doesn't even matter. I'm actually going to drop God's Hammer back a little bit. It's a little loud for my liking. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, game number 2 getting underway as the 317. First time on the stream as well tonight. Going to be banning for the side of Team No Talent. We've got Rengar taking off of the plate. Team Norman and the 4 wards bang away Shyvana. So again, most of these teams have not seen each other play before, so we'll have to find out what they decide to play tonight and what they're going to ban, as it is going to be the Darius ban. Is it Delicious Seal that's smurfing tonight? I don't know. We'll find out. If you're new to the stream, Delicious Seal is a player who plays quite often on the stream and plays heavy Darius on that top side. Very good on that champion. But so pretty much always 100% permaban against him. And
my camera's like really tiny.
Well, I'll fix it. I'll fix it, guys. It's okay. You don't need to see Otter in super form because he's too big, too good. You gotta keep him small and contained, otherwise he'll take over everything. There we go. Fixed it. Fixed it. As Kaisa, the third and final ban from Team No Talent, taking the strong 80 carry off of the plate, as Team Norman and the 4 wards take the Graves. And they're really kind of pinching jungle as well as a bit of ADC on that Kog'Maw. Not what you commonly see banned away, but considering that there is plenty of tanks played in the meta right now, Kog'Maw is coming back as being a very, very strong pick.
Kog'Maw, but they also... I don't think he's a very strong AD carry. A lot of threats that can take him out very quickly. As that Akali was hovered, that's one of the champions that can take out a lot of AD carries very fast, and especially a mobile AD carry like Kog'Maw. However, like you said, he will be able to shred tanks. See what they end up going with that Akali whilst left up. Instead, lock in Fiora and a Mumu.
Yeah, Fiora, one of those very strong top laners, especially against an Aatrox. He's got some pretty easy to tell CC, and when you got that repost, you can knock it right back towards him. So we'll see how Fiora does up there. High mobility as well. If she dashes to minions, she can easily get out of those chains. The Aatrox can drop on the ground. Mumu, great at ganking as well. Huge from a distance and can get some pretty good AoE CC. We'll have to see if Norman and the 4 wards is going to really try to pair that Mumu with some more AoE, like a Brand, or potentially like a Leona support, or if they're just going to be using him to get those picks and go for a little bit more of that bursty pick team composition and looking for individual picks and plays, as an AoE Ziggs ultimate is pretty nicely paired with an Mumu ultimate.
Yeah, that'll fit fairly well. I think combo that together properly. I do like the Nami pick from the side of Team No Talent. Nami's a very strong champion currently in the meta, so we'll see if they can get those, or if Hurricane Janna on this Nami can get those tidal waves to push back the oppressive force that is Amumu. And moving into the second ban phase, we'll see if ban out the Lucian. Smart. AD carry has not been picked up for No Talent. And we'll see what, or they also haven't picked up 80 carry from the other side. And there's the Leona ban, like we talked about, stopping their all-in, full engage composition. And an Alistair ban from the other side. So another support ban, which is interesting. Why they ban Alistair when they've already picked Nami, unless somebody is playing some secret Alistair mid that we do not know about.
Or it could be the Nami mid lane. That's completely OP. No one ever predicted it. Nami apparently is OP in the mid lane. Actually, I doubt it, but maybe. I mean, I don't know. Nong would probably play Nami mid lane and do well, just because that's the type of player that Nong is. Leona as well as Akali, the final 2 bans from Team No Talent. Interesting there as well, pinching the mid lane pool as Ziggs was already picked up. Could, I suppose, be a Ziggs AD carry by Norman and the 4 wards, but he hasn't been played in that carry role in a very long time, since 2 seasons ago, I guess it is now. And probably not Vayne, the final pick there, or at least the ADC pick for Norman and the 4 wards, which is a very long name, so I'm probably going to switch to NFW in just a little bit.
NFW, okay, we'll go with that. We'll see what the side of Team No Talent decides to pick up here, because they can pick a very oppressive lane into this Vayne and try and punish her early for her weak early game, which they do take the gems. So I would like to see them play very aggressive and the Cinder lock in for short arms in the mid lane. So hopefully this bottom lane of Zac R and Hurricane Janna can punish this early game of Vayne, and we'll see what the support ends up being for LOL at Master.
Yeah, Lol Macer going to be grabbing the support, the final pick, which would be nice if you had some hard CC, but a lot of those super hard CCs, like the Alistar and Leona, banned away. So instead, it's going to be going for that pick of the Thresh. Nicely paired if Amumu can get a bandage toss down, set it up for a Thresh death sentence, and you've got a lot of kind of, I don't necessarily want to say hard CC, but it's not even soft CC as well. Mediocre CC, when you've got the Flay from Thresh, the Condemn from Vayne, the Satchel from Ziggs. A lot of these are repositioning CCs that kind of move you around. It can cause a lot of chaos in fights. Though Ziggs probably going to be using his Satchel to escape more likely, and Thresh using his for peel. As it is though, let's go ahead and roll for the players and their champions for game number 2, Team No Talent, which I realize the initials are TNT, and I'm totally on board with that. The 3-1-7 taking the Aatrox in the top lane. Chance with the Kha'Zix in the jungle. Short Arms 0-2 with the Syndra in that mid lane. Zach R on the Jhin, pairing with Hurricane Janna on the Nami for the bottom lane.
And for the side of NaFW, you said?
Yeah,
Vanquish
NaFW
playing
or NFW
NFW.
or Norman and the Four Wards. However,
Norman and the Four Wards. Vanquish playing Fiora in the top lane. Joe Dredd playing Mumu in the jungle. Pats Our Best playing Ziggs in the mid lane. Frizz-Q playing Vayne AD carry. And LOL Master playing Thresh in support.
All right, so as it stands at the moment, with 2 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock, let's talk about these team compositions from Team No Talent. I'm liking the Aatrox to play that front line. He's got the ultimate, so he can come right back up. But other than him, they got squishy. Kha'Zix, Syndra, Jhin, and yeah, you've got the heals of Nami, but easily picked off if one death sentence from Thresh lands, versus NaFW that's got the Amumu, super tanky front line, but easy to be soloed out if the rest of the team doesn't follow through. So in these team fights, who do you give a favor to?
It all really comes down to Joe Dredd on that Amumu. I feel like if you can find a good ultimate, you can really just turn that fight around. Because a lot of these champions, the Syndra, the Kha'Zix, the Jhin, the Nami, are all extremely squishy. So if they get stunned for, I believe it's a second, I'll make sure, I'll double check that. Once they get stunned, it becomes just a complete slugfest, and then lets a Thresh land a death sentence or a Flay, or put them in the box. It just makes it really hard for these champions to get out, and they're almost forced to just completely retreat at that point, and won't be able to get much damage in return. Let me go make sure.
Checking in on those numbers, making sure the data is correct. But I do agree that it really comes down
2 seconds
to these jungles. If Chance on this Kha'Zix can find some early game aggression as well, sneak off a kill on the Ziggs or Vayne, he's one of those champions that can get snowballing very easily, get out of control, hit that level 6 early, get those evolves, disappear for longer. A lot of opportunity for some outplays on him. And then of course the 3-1-7, if he stays alive in that top lane, can just apply heavy amounts of pressure. However, both teams, or at least Team No Talent, I think, is going to be in the mid game looking for grouped team fights, whereas NFW can be going for more of that 4-1 composition, get the split pushing Fiora with the teleport to then join into the fight. Because if a fight breaks out without the Aatrox for the side of Team No Talent, there really isn't going to be a front line for them to try to defend with, whereas Amumu can play that tank, absorb the initial pressure. They've got Thresh as well, and then all you have to do is peel and keep your carries alive for the duration of the fight.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to play around Aatrox's teleport, see if they can fight without when it's, or see if NaFW can fight when it's down, and if Team No Talent plays around when it's up at the right times and uses that, because that is their front line, and he's gonna have to be there if they want to win a team fight, unless they find a pick onto the bottom half of the map, we could say, because Ziggs and Vayne are also very squishy.
And one of the things that I liked back when Ziggs was in the meta was the rotations from the team and getting the initial poke down onto turret that allowed him to use that satchel charge to really tear down those turrets faster and faster. Though we haven't seen that in the recent games that Ziggs has played in. So I'm interested in seeing if this team NaFW will play around the Ziggs Satchel charge. A bit of a tongue twister there. And see if they can play around that. Whoa, as we are immediately into game. That was a fast transition. Not even going through any of the loading screen, or hardly any of the loading screen as well. I was about to get my snip on, but maybe no screenshots this game. Actually, sitting for a moment so I can switch over to my fancy screen first. Here we go. Game number 2, Team No Talent versus Team Norman and the 4 wards. Let's see how these teams do, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to cheer them on, the sound is down below so you can cheer these 2 teams and move right into game number 1. And of course, I kind of screw up my screen with my shortcuts. I got some fancy shortcuts, but sometimes I mess it up when I'm going back and forth as it is. Here we go, moving out. Let's see what these teams can do. We saw an invade from Red Team last game. It did come out to 2 much, as Social Bud's going to donate another 5 bits. Thank you for spending that time to watch that ad for those 5 bits. There's the cheer. Ziggs is a good boy. Don't fight me. Oh, you're going to bed. Good night, Social. Have a good one. Thank you for hanging out and for the game that you did win as you are headed to bed. You've got so much going on. Super, super, super busy. I hope that you get the rest that you need. And we see a little bit of some nice dancing coming out from Vayne. Check this out.
Oh, no.
Did you get a spectator error again?
I'm just sitting in loading screen at 0%, and it's not doing anything. Why doesn't everything hate me today?
What is going on with your internet, bro?
Oh.
Are you in game?
It's moving. Hang on, we'll see. Give me 1 second. Oh, I'm in. Hang on.
Okay,
Give me 1
sweet.
second.
Sweet, 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 sweet. Good night, Social. Hype indeed. Thank you for the chat. Yeah, throw out those hype emotes, guys, because we are getting into game number 2, and it looks like Otter is going to be joining with us for the casting, which is always what you want to see when your duo caster actually gets into the game, as Chance picks up his red buff. Hard leash there allows him to rotate. Could be going for the probably Gromp and then straight into blue. We have seen going for a triple buff where he's actually instead goes for the Scuttle Crab. As Vanquish on that top side, you're going to try to get initial damage down onto 317. Drops him fairly low, but he should be okay for the moment. He does have teleport as well, so if he needs to back, he can. As Kha'zix is going to hit the Scuttle Crab on the top side, so he's going for that instead of the Gromp. We'll see if he decides to rotate for the blue afterwards. Mumu clearing his entire top side of the jungle, able to get all of the farm up there. We'll see where Joe Dread decides to push to next.
I am back. I'm good. Ready to go.
You're in, ready to rock and roll as we see a nice knock-up from the Aatrox on the top side. Dropping Vanquish down a bit low as well, but keep in mind, this guy, Challenger in the flex queue, which means he is obviously well known on that champion, or at least, whoa, very good overall at League of Legends. We'll see how he does against the Aatrox on that bottom side. Thresh with a nice chroma. Get in position. His initial death sentence didn't land, didn't do that much. Sorry, I'm back to being used to solo casting, so go ahead.
It's all good. I was just pointing out the new chroma just came out. See, Mumu's top lane.
Yeah, Mumu hanging out here, level 3. Could try to see a gank, but I don't think a dive. And Aatrox playing really wisely, sitting just outside of that turret range, or just inside of the turret range. Fior trying to bait with that recall. Aatrox knows what's up, though. Throws out the chains, but it doesn't matter. He's forced to flash underneath the turret. Nice knock-up, though. And the turret shot's going to come through. Drop Joe Dread really low. Chance. And now here comes Chance in for first blood. Should be second blood as well. Kha'zix says, thank you for the feast, Aatrox. I will pick up my 2 kills. And, yeah, there he goes. Double kill for the Kha'zix. And Team No Talent come out with a huge lead in the beginning of the game.
And the good thing about it, even as Mumu walked in, I think he died tower, Kha'zix up with a Q at the end. Aatrox still got 2 assists for that, so great play from Chance coming in at the perfect time to counter game and trade those kills back.
Yeah, sitting at that nice 800 gold. Kha'zix already back and headed right back into the jungle, starting off with that Stalker's Blade. Also be moving through the jungle very quickly. Ziggs in the mid lane, 10 farm underneath the Syndra, as Short Arms has kept some pretty good pressure up here in that mid lane, continuing to harass him. Corrupting potions from both those mid laners to start off, as Ziggs went with the minion dematerializer, so we'll have to keep an eye on how long he decides to keep that, as Pats are best. A little bit of damage onto Short Arms.
We'll see what he ends up wanting to do in this bottom lane. I would like to see some more pressure from the Jhin and the Nami. I said Janna. And the Jin and the Nami.
Oh, Thresh hook is going to land. A death sentence flays the Jin underneath the turret as well. But Nami takes the aggression, and now Zachar in trouble. Ignited, healing, but trying to get away, can't do it. And Vayne with a good kill. It's actually Lil Macer who gets the kill credit from that Ignite. You've seen that so many times. Supports steal it away with the Ignite. In the end, though, it's still a kill over to the side of NFW as Hurricane Janna baiting out the death sentence. Still hanging out, getting some damage down onto Frizz-Ku. The bubble lands. Thresh, not in that much trouble though, as it is a Nami. And hey,
on the other side of the map, a chance got a kill onto Syndra. Or onto Ziggs.
Piano, what's up? Throwing out the Pog Champ, hanging out. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Just so that you are aware, we do open queue nights every Tuesday, Eastern, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Times, where anyone can play. All you got to do is show up, join the queue, and we'll get you into a game. We try to keep the games as fair as possible, but it gives everyone a chance to get hyped up, get some awesome plays, get the highlight reel going on as the spell immune Fiora is going to come into the Aatrox on the top side, drop him down to half, but she's fairly low as well. The Corrupting Potion going to be used to try to heal her back up as 317 really absorbing a lot of this pressure from Fiora well.
Yeah, I want to point out, I don't know if you saw it, Chance got another kill in the mid lane with the help from Cinder during that bot lane skirmish.
No, I completely missed it. So Chance is now 3-0 on the Kha'Zix. That's really painful for NFW because when your assassin at this point is scaling and snowballing, he can just one-shot the squishy characters of the Ziggs and the Vayne.
He's got a 600 gold lead on this Mumu as well. Fairly good goalies across the board. The only advantage currently for NaFW is this bottom lane. Vayne has a 2.
Joj Dread, he's got his ultimate, gonna find Kha'Zix. They're 1v1 at the moment. The Mumu ult's going to be used to root it up. Fiora coming over the wall, the flash in. Mumu gets the shutdown gold now in the mid lane. Pats are best, both are level 6, but the Syndra is not gonna have the room for the ultimate. Nice satchel, CC her long enough for Ziggs to get out of range from that unleashed power. However, Syndra trying to reposition for it, misses this stun, still going to go in anyway, throws out the ultimate, drops, Pats are best low, but the heal's coming through, throws out his own ultimate, but the auto attack from the Syndra comes through. Ziggs is dropped now, Mumu around the corner, but in the meantime, we're just watching a fight on the top side as Fiora and Aatrox continue to battle it out. Looks like Syndra able to run away from Mumu in the mid lane and escape. So, solo kill from Short Arms in the mid lane, but again, that pressure from the side of No Talent is continuing to grow. We'll see what they can do though.
That was a good fight on top lane. I'm kind of sure that 317 maybe just didn't expect Vanquish on this Fiora to flash forward and assist or help pick up that kill onto Chance's Kha'Zix, but did pick up the shotdown gold for himself. Or Mumu picked up 600 gold for himself on that shotdown. So it's a very good for side of NaFW, and it's only now a very small lead for No Talent, maybe about 300 400 gold in between, which is just CSing for now. They can make that back up. We'll see in the mid lane, Syndra has quite a good advantage, almost 30 CS up, and those two are a kill and assist on the Ziggs. Some trading happening top lane. Vayne getting rooted up takes a lot of damage, use the lantern to get out and back to safety. And Chance is now taking the first dragon, make the first dragon move, the first mountain drake. Gonna go over to No Town. Looks like nobody's around to contest or have visions happening top lane.
Fiora with some good aggression, but he's dropped extremely low. The mountain drake's picked up, but Aatrox with the ultimate comes through in that Fiora on the top lane. She got a little over aggressive, overzealous underneath that turret, and gets picked off, giving her life over now. 0-2 so far this game.
Great play from 317. That ultimate is just, I don't think Fiora or Vanquish here expected that he had the ultimate available, giving that movement speed, that bonus damage. In the mid lane, Ziggs taking a lot of damage from the Syndra. The burst plus with the electrocute is just melting that health bar. And he doesn't have the heal up because he used that in the last fight. See if Chance maybe wants to move to mid lane so he knows he doesn't have that up. In the meantime, Mumu's managed to pick up a CS lead, I think, still down in gold. Oh, he might find Chance here in jungle.
Red. He's got the red buff, comes in with the Q. That's going to be immediately ulted. He's soloing the Kha'Zix, and the Ziggs ultimate comes through. Not even necessary. A Mumu gets solo kill onto the Kha'Zix Syndra, and Aatrox, though, collapsing. We'll see if the fight comes down as Fiora heads back onto the top side. Now Short Arms Now on the bottom side, chasing, or mid lane, sorry, chasing back in onto the Ziggs. Pats are best using the Satchel to get out of range with the Syndra. So at this point, if we look across the map, 5 kills to 3. No Talent took a small lead, but the gold is still even between these two. And a lot of it's from Joe's Dread's aggression in the jungle. Now there's the Sun and the Unleashed Power short arms. Solo kills Ziggs once again. You got to keep an eye on that timer of the ultimate from Syndra.
Yeah, Syndra's just burst, gets his two bubbles, or the orbs down, and then just unleashes that ultimate. You say no else to press R skill button from that champion. Always a scary threat.
I'm gonna see if I can fix the darkness. Sorry guys, I'm not the brightest of people. There we go. It should be a little bit better.
Thanks, thanks Zeno. My couch is in the background.
It's a beautiful couch, guys.
I have
Super
2 couches
comfortable.
in the background.
It's new. He's never had it in the background before because he just moved. As Vanquish on the top side, dropping the Aatrox down. Josh is in. Nice. The challenge only needed for 1 auto attack. That's the best challenge you get, right? When you drop,
Just finish him off.
you say, I know that you have a sliver of health and I can kill you in 1 hit. So now I'm gonna issue the challenge and then beat you with that 1 hit. This is the nicest way to go about it. Chance on the bottom side goes for the tanky Thresh first, though. The Nami ultimate comes through, double man knock up. That's gonna pick up 1. Now the Vayne in trouble. She's gonna be jumped on, but she gets the kill onto the Kha'Zix underneath the turret. That's a double kill as well for the Vayne as a Mumu comes in. Joe Dread with great aggression comes to that bottom lane and catches everyone out, and everything freaked out on my screen. There we go. I'm gonna have to fix that solo mode. No worries though. 7 kills to 7, and now Team NaFW come into the lead. Little bit by little bit though, they're starting to scale back, and those 2 kills on the Vayne, 2-0 and 1, are gonna be huge as she's now sitting on 800 gold for the next time that she backs.
It was so good for them. It was such a great turnaround on that dive. It was looking pretty rough at the beginning, but Vayne using that ultimate to dodge around, and Amumu coming in and cleaning up the Jhin so that he can't do damage onto this Vayne, and Vayne just paid him 2 kills. This is definitely not what No Talent wants, because Vayne late game will be very scary, very hard for them to deal with.
Indeed. So 7 kills to 7. We'll actually check in very quickly on what the next Drake is. It's a Mountain Drake as Joe Dread throws it out. The bandage toss not going to land. This chase from blue team still comes in, forces the flash from the Mumu. On the bottom lane, the Flay from Thresh forces the flash from Hurricane. Jana flashes all over across the map as Short Arms flashes in, throws out the Unleashed Power. Doesn't take Ziggs down though. He gets underneath his turret with his flash. Flashes. As I think we know everyone's favorite DC superhero now at this point in the game. In the top lane, Vanquish just wants the turret, takes it down. Aatrox starts the ultimate, getting the fear on the minions. In the meantime, though, the mid lane, the bandage toss from the Amumu not going to be able to be completed as he was stunned up. In the meantime, Chance comes to the top lane. Action just across the map. It's a full screen fight as FizzKU going to get snared up. No, nice sidestep, avoids the root from the Jhin. So Zach R gets the pressure lead on the bottom side, but he's low on farm. He's down about 6. Vayne doing a really good job so far this game.
Yeah, great play, getting away. Not at the top lane, we're gonna find another side happening.
Yeah,
Vayne hasn't died yet and has done a very good job and very tough lane opponent being Jhin and Nami. Very impressive, especially current meta with Nami's abilities.
And they're getting good pressure though this entire time on the turret, dropping it down to about a quarter health. So they know that they can eventually take that out when they want to go full on aggression and finish it off. They're going to bring the Kha'Zix down there as well. But the last time the Kha'Zix showed up, it didn't go so well. So they're probably going to be thinking about that if they decide to move that direction. Syndra in that mid lane, 130 farm to the 88 of Ziggs, really showing prowess on her champion. A full 50 farm or 40 farm over this Ziggs, who's now 0-3, struggling this game to really get much done. Keep in mind though, his ultimate, doesn't matter how much he's down, he can still pick you off if you're low health later on to the game.
Oh, I just checked the gold and the lane super far apart, even though it's 1-2-1 versus a 1-2. Fairly close in CS, but
here comes
almost
Chance.
1,000 gold. Oh my goodness.
They might not even escape with the burning from the red buff. Chance, he's extremely low. Walks forward, throws on the smite. Auto attack finishes Ziggs off. That burst damage is insane on the bottom lane. The condemn holds Zach R. He flashes away. Can he get out of this? Doesn't look like he will. And lol, Maester with the Ignite picks it up once again. He's taking kills from his Vayne. She says, I don't mind it though. I've already got 2 of my own.
Great play in the bottom. I believe they found the hook onto him into a great chain. Not much you can do. Good flash scare from the box, but not able to get away from that one. Chance on this Kha'Zix though might be scary for Vayne or the Ziggs in the late game.
So looks like No Talent wants their first turret of the game. They will take it on that bottom side. They don't get that first turret gold as red team already picked it up on the top side, but they're still keeping up fairly even in gold, down about 1.5k. Joe Dread around the corner. He's positioning. He doesn't see these people, but he's going to go in anyway. Finds Hurricane Janna. Great movement knowledge on the rotation from the Nami. I actually do think that was completely blind if you want to go back and check that after the fight, because Thresh Q not going to land. In the meantime, though, Amumu a little bit in trouble trying to get out. He goes in, though. 3-man snare. The rest of the team, though, not in position. The flash play from Thresh. Going to be able to pull two in. There's the ultimate from Aatrox. Not going to heal him that much up, though. So he will be hooked right back in by the Thresh. And NaFW say, this is our fight, and it is not safe for work.
Great for Ziggs. They're picking up 2 kills. He was in a little bit of a being 0-4 and not having any gold. Picking up 2 kills here will definitely allow him to get some belt here. I'll go check back on that Nami. I think they just saw him.
Well, I think the Mumu saw him, the Nami coming down the river, and then it was a blind hook, though. Nami, not the fastest champion in the world. So Jhin ultimate going to come through just to check vision on the Mountain Drake, but red team still has some pretty good damage on it. Oh, there was a control ward.
The Fiora Kha'zix is coming down
the river? Okay. Yeah. Well, still good lane movement by Amumu. 4-2-2 this game. And at this point, No Talent's actually pushed red team off of the Mountain Drake, so they're going to come in now, get their shot on it. Pats are the best around the corner. Here comes the Thresh. The Kha'Zix does pick up the Mountain Drake, but Vayne on the backside. Chance trying to get in and assassinate Hurricane Janna. Going in is going to be shut down. The Ziggs is able to pick her up, betrays his life over. Chance continuing to chase in, but the peel on the Vayne is so good. In the meantime, the Syndra is going to be dropping extremely low. Lil Macer trades his life over for it. Vayne is still dodging left, right, getting her dancing boots on, but the smite from Kha'Zix is going to finish her off. Mumu grabs the blast cone. Can he escape? I don't think so. Zach R coming in. Doesn't have a 4th shot. Mumu goes back in. What? Picks up Zach R. That's the best type of CC the enemy can get, is the death CC. Gray screen for Jhin as Vanquish. That was a 4v5 fight, is pushing the top lane and should be able to get a 2nd tier turret for Team NaFW, and they have really put this game onto the afterburner. 3,000 gold lead, and I love what they're doing.
Yeah, I actually just noticed that Amumu's going for a heavy AP, possibly full AP route. He has this electrocute and a first item, or he got the Runic Echoes enchantment. We'll see if he continues to keep building AP.
Pog right, polite piano, because that was an amazing play, especially by the Amumu, realizing there's a good chance that he might be killed. So he says, Jhin, you're low enough health, I'm full AP, I'll show you what I can do. Cinder grabbing the blue buff for the Kha'Zix. This is where, once we get the instant replay set up, this is the opportunity for watching one of those instant replays, because they're just so good. But now, vision and control around the Rift Herald is where both teams are looking at. Lil Macer just sees that ward. I think he will be able to clear it. No, he actually has to drop the control ward to clear it. That's one of the problems with the scrying totem? Orchral Lens. There we go. They changed the name on that like so many times. There we go. Chance, though, checks out another ward, getting the zombie wards up. Rune was nerfed a little bit. Oh, Joe Dread coming in with the flash ultimate. Ziggs ult as well. Takes out short arms too. So normally where you see this Syndra being the bursty champion, now it's this AP, Ziggs, and Amumu. But Chance says, I'll take one for myself. And that is Ziggs being forced to back away. So 1-for-1 trade in the mid lane. Mid for jungle. Ziggs still getting some free push on the turret. And at this point, Pats Our Best has not been unlocked to be that tower destroying champion we've seen Ziggs be before. Though it does, without the jungle on the bottom side, with the jungle on the bottom side for blue team, give NaFW free reign on the Rift Herald. Should be able to pick up Shelly without too much difficulty. There it goes. So we'll see where they decide to drop it. Most likely the mid lane. One charge with a Ziggs satchel should take out that mid lane turret, as Chance is going to get a little bit of aggression onto the turret. Dropped it down to about a 1/4 health. Vayne is actually the one who picked up the Rift Herald, so we'll see what she decides to do with it as Hurricane Janna trying to defend the mid lane. Syndra here as well. Short Arm Zo 2 in position to hold as Frizzku, we'll see where this Vayne decides to drop the Rift Herald. Mumu headed to his own red buff. Good timing, though, for picking up the Rift Herald. Baron, 40 seconds away from showing up first time on the map. 317, trying to fight Vanquish, but we've seen him fight underneath the turret before, and it's not been pretty.
Yeah, we'll see what he can do here. He does still have a massive goal lead as Chance comes in.
Wait, Vanquish coming, dropping really low. Chance coming in. Aatrox getting a little bit of CC. The flash from Vanquish might be enough to get him out, and yes, it is. Those Void spikes from Chance and not able to chase the Fiora down and get the slow. So Fiora does live side pushing, split pushing on that bottom side.
That was great play to get out of that, surprisingly, and force Aatrox to use his World Ender, so he should be able to walk back down into the side lane and try and force those 1v1 against this Aatrox. He does have a 2,000 goal lead almost, maybe 1,500. Oh, Nami ult just misses his flash play, and the hook lands. Just might be Hurricane Jen. I get caught. There it goes.
Oh, there it is. A Mumu over the wall. Good positioning once again with the bandage toss. And this Ziggs continuing to throw every time Mumu goes in. Ziggs is like, I'm here. Throws out the super bomb. But not going to do that much. Still 16 kills to 13, 4,000 gold lead, or almost 5,000 gold lead at this point, and continuing to scale. Now Shelly has been spawned in the mid lane. We should see that mid lane turret dropping. Ziggs in preparation for the satchel on the back line. Chance dropped by the Mumu, whose damage is just insane. Thresh hook gonna land onto Aatrox as well. The Jhin ult gonna come through. We'll see if the curtain call can do much of anything, but it's a distraction because Shelly's dropped the second tier turret down to half. And red team NaFW decide to call off the play.
This is interesting that Amumu is gone for this full AP route, because both junglers can pretty much one-shot each other or get close to one-shotting each other. It just all depends on which. And if he lands that bandage toss into his ultimate, then Kha'zix is just gonna. They're trying to set up a bush trap in this bot side. They're trying to bait them coming down for the Fiora. As they're all roaming down, they might get this outer bot tower. As they try and go for the dive on an Aatrox, World comes out, is popped.
We think there's enough, though. Thresh hook comes through. It isn't going to land as World Ender finishes up, but Vanquish still vanquishes the foe of the Aatrox. Takes him down, as well as the second tier turret on the bottom side. And at this point, Team No Talent really need to dig deep, pull out some of that talent they don't have, as the Thresh hook is just going to miss. Bandage toss won't, though. Chance in trouble. He is able to escape for the moment as the Nami ultimate going to come through, knock several people up. Double stun from the Syndra. The spell immunity on Fiora still not going to save her. The turret goes down. Ziggs ult hits 3. Will it be enough? Chance is finished off. Joe Dredd is just playing a huge Mumu. Goes right back in, gives himself over. Triple kill for the Syndra, and now the chase is on. The Jhin flashing forward. The root lands, and the Thresh is taken out. Quadra kill to the Syndra. Can it be the Penta? This is the Ziggs uses the satchel toss, keep himself away for the moment. The Jhin is still chasing in. Nami uses the heal. Jhin gets it. They want to set it up. The flash. The root's gonna land. Syndra throws over the wall. They can't get it. The blast cone keeps Ziggs alive for the moment. Syndra heading around the long ways. Aatrox across the wall, dashes over, just trying to get the slow. They really want to give this Syndra the pentakill. They're gonna give it in the bush, and it's an unofficial pentakill for Short Arms 02 on the Syndra. Crazy play on that bottom side, though. Team No Talent, as I just finished saying, dig deep, win the fight. They lose the inhibitor turret, but they push all the red members out. The slow extended ace now pick up the Infernal Drake. Frizzku shows up. Ooh, and needs to be careful. And Syndra is starting to do insane amounts of damage. 8, 3, and 3 with another 2,700 gold to buy when she backs. This Syndra's gonna hurt the next time she ults.
They're still down about 5k gold just because the other members across this field all have big leads in their lanes. But it's going to be great for the next team fight to see if they can catch them overextended like that, and Syndra can get enough burst onto the right target.
So triple Drakes to the side of No Talent, double Mountains, and a Infernal. They're going to have plenty of damage on the Baron if they decide to start it up. But one of the things from NaFW, they've done a great job of keeping vision on the Baron so far, and they're fairly good at rotating through these objectives. Most of them are collected towards that top side. They dropped a lot of wards as Hurricane Janet comes through, dropping her own and trying to get vision. Chance using the zombie wards as well to kind of clear out that vision. Great rune to have on your jungle.
Oh, chance.
Wait. Oh, Lowell Macer misses the flay, and now two-man ultimate by the Name, but Joe Dread still goes in, takes out the jungle. In the meantime, Vanquish is split pushing on that bottom side, 1v1ing once again against the Aatrox. The World Ender is going to be used by 317. Name Bubble holds the Thresh in place for the moment, but it's still gonna be short arms. He's still alive, gets the heal from the Name as well, trying to finish off. Zakar is going to be dropped. In the meantime, Vanquish pushing on that bottom side. This fight is all over the place as Hurricane Jen is dropped extremely low. There is a trade. Cinder has dropped Paramount so low. Vanquish pushing on that bottom side, and that's the ace from red side as Vanquish is going to pick up an inhibitor. We'll see if the damage is going to be enough on the Fiora to take out the Nexus turrets. It's 10 seconds for the Kha'zix before he comes back up. She's going to start on a Nexus turret. Members in the mid lane, the Ziggs and Vayne, slowly pushing their way down. We'll see if they can manage to get in and clear another inhibitor as Chance comes up, wants the Fiora, gets the slow. Can he get the last bit of damage? Spell immunity on the Q! So Chance is going to be getting Vanquish excruciatingly low, but can't quite finish off the kill. And now Ziggs continuing to focus on the turret, waiting for his satchel charge to come up. Jin is not going to find the root, starts the ultimate, and gets one! That's all that was needed. One shot, one kill for this Jin, and they hold. They have one Nexus turret, and they've already lost one inhibitor, but no talent hold.
Yeah, Otter doesn't get to be Salic. I pay more money. I pay more money to not be Salic is what happened.
Is his name Salic?
No, it's because Wraiths is always Salic.
Oh, I see.
They go for the desperation play to start up the Baron.
No talent. 5 members are here. Mumu here as well, though, and Joe Dread has massive amounts of damage. You want to watch out for this ultimate. He goes in, finds the Jin. 4 members ulted. Ziggs ultimate going to come through as well. The Nami is gone. The Aatrox is low. Chance gets the Baron. Now he has to get out. Can they manage to do that? The World Ender from the Aatrox comes through, but he's going to be only trading his life over Chance all alone. He's going to be going down, though. He finds the Vayne, but can he get it? They're finished off. Tries to smite. He's invincible for the moment, gets the Amumu, but trades his life over, and Fiora is right back to the bottom side, and I completely screwed up my... There we go. Screwed up the overlays, but I think I fixed it as a Fiora Vanquish soloing in the bottom side once again on this split push. And ladies and gentlemen, Team NaFW, or better yet, Norman and 4 wards come through huge, come back into the bottom side. They're just padding the stats a little bit as Vanquish finishes off another kill on the Jin. Thresh waiting for his death sentence to be up, throwing it out, trying to hit Hurricane Janet. Should have waited for the respawning members, the rest of the team, the minions, super minions onto the Nexus turret as well. Hurricane Janet dropped low, not quite going to die. The fight around the Nexus is what counts, and Vanquish finally decides to end it all. The Nexus is blown, and that is going to be game number 2, going to Norman and the 4 wards. And what was really a crazy, exciting game. Oh my goodness, that was a ton of fun to watch.
That was crazy fights happening everywhere, all the time. Split push coming from Vanquish. Crazy stuff.
Ladies and gentlemen that are in the chat right now, you can actually vote for what you think is going to be the player of the game for you. We're going to be recording these MVPs. Myself, I'm going to be going through them as well. But Otter, start us off for the losing team, Team No Talent. Honorable mention and MVP, if you would.
I'm gonna give. We're gonna give honorable mention of Chance. He had great early game, fantastic getting ahead, super early off triple or those 3 kills, and then just having that great counter game of for the first blood at the beginning, and then MVP. No Talent has to go to short arms. Picked up the unofficial penta, doing crazy amounts of damage in this game. Total had the most, or second most in the game, just after the Amumu, surprisingly, had 21,000 almost. And then do you want me to do NaFW, or are you going to do that?
Go ahead for NaFW.
All right, so for NaFW, I'm going to give honorable mention over to Vanquish on his Fiora. Had the CS lead and the split push going all game, and MVP going to Joe Dread on the Amumu. With full AP and worked insanely well. Did the most damage in the entire game, 23,400, and had a scoreline of 12, 6, and 8. Super impactful in all these fights. One-shotting all the carries everywhere. Just Amumu damage is insane.
AP Mumu, guys, keep that in mind next time you're playing any type of normal or maybe even ranked games. Might be worth taking when you're one-shotting the Jhin. And this is what we talked about, the squishy members, Jhin, Kha'Zix, Syndra, especially that last fight right around the Baron, getting 4 members in his ultimate, knocking all of them to half health immediately. Really good plays by this Amumu. All right, guys, we're going to take a quick short break as we get set up for game number 3, which will be another KSU team against a team